Ladies and gentlemen, we are on to another licensed killer in Dead by Daylight, and it is Ghostface, who is from the Scream movies. If you didn't know, you should know if you're in the horror space. Very good movies. And he is a stealth killer. Now I just want to check. Okay, so they're going with the Danny Johnson version of him. Or actually, they're okay. So all of them. So it's kind of like Legion, where there's not just one, but there's many different legions. There's many different Ghostface killers. So yeah, just another normal dude, doesn't have any superpowers or whatever. But his so it's Night Shroud. Basically, you crouch around the map, you be quiet like the pig, and then you fill up a meter. Once it's filled up, you can down people in one hit. And Night Shroud is what you activate to go into stealth mode. They have no idea where you are unless they see you with their eyes, and you have no terror radius. If they see you, they have to center you in the middle of their screen, and then it reveals you and kicks off your Night Shroud to all survivors. Yeah, so they get the killer instinct instead of you, because killer instinct usually is for the killers to see. So the special ability is stalk, like I said. You fill up the mark. You can also, while crouched, kind of peek around corners. Like if you're on a corner, you hold down the button, and then you can kind of peek around corners. It's really interesting. It's kind of like Call of Duty in that way. But we're going with a nonchalant, unpopular build today. We've got Hexface the Darkness, which when I injure any survivor, a dual totem gets activated and turns into a hex. And basically all other survivors are going to scream every 25 seconds and reveal their positions and words for 2 seconds. So, and I think it just randomly selects a survivor. It's not specific towards the obsession or anything like that. Dead man switch. Anytime a survivor stops repairing a generator for any reason, it is blocked for 50 seconds, but this only gets activated when you hook a survivor, and that's why we are pairing it with Face the Darkness. When they scream, they put their arms up in the air, and that counts as them stopping, not continuing to do progress on a generator. And then Oppression is a really cool perk, and I recommend it highly, and it's very underrated. Not many people use it, but when you damage a generator, up to 3 other random generators are also regressing. If somebody's working on it, then they are going to have a difficult skill check, and then if they miss it, boom, they blow up the gen. Hey, remember Dead Man Switch? Yeah, it gets activated, so they can't do that gen for 50 seconds, and it regresses while it is blocked. Beautiful. Mindbreaker, another underrated perk. If you're going up against people that are using Lithe, or if they're using Sprint Burst, mainly Sprint Burst, while they're repairing generators, survivors are afflicted by the blindness and exhausted status effect. We're here mainly for the exhausted status effect, so they can't use Sprint Burst and run away at 150% speed when they see you. And even if they stop doing the generator for 5 seconds after, it still persists with the blindness and exhausted, and it tells you what blindness and exhausted is on the bottom there. And then our add-ons, we've got, I just realized I'm not ready to and we've got driver's license, which is another add-on that people usually don't use. They usually use the Philly add-on, which decreases time required to mark a survivor by 10%. It's actually pretty good. But the driver's license is another thing that we have to blow up a gen and activate Dead Man Switch. When marking a survivor repairing a gen, the generator explodes and loses 20% if you get the meter filled all the way up, and they turn red. You'll see it in the left hand of the screen where the survivors' faces are, and it's gonna lose 20%, and the affected generator becomes blocked for 15 seconds. So if Dead Man Switch is on cooldown, driver's license will be the backup there. And then let's say you mark multiple survivors at the same time, the loss of progress only applies once, so it's not going to stack. And then the most used add-on for Ghostface is Drop Leg Knife Sheath, which means that you gain 10% movement speed for 5 seconds after marking survivors. So you're crouched down, you mark them, they're already kind of running around, and so you need something to help you catch up to them. That's why this is used so much. So you get that 10% movement speed, which is just 10% haste. I don't know why they just don't say 10% haste, and you catch up to them. So yeah, interesting build. Ghostface, I would say, is a little bit weaker than Plague. He's kind of in the middle of B tier, maybe a little bit lower than that, just because he has nothing really going for him. And when I say a killer has nothing really going for them, I mean they don't have superpowers. They can't teleport. They can't, projectile vomit and make it hurt people. Things like that, So just a regular human being that's able to stalk people, and that's about it. And we are gonna check them out. Now, obviously, if you're playing a stealth killer, you want a small map. You want an enclosed map. So, any maps that are not outside, like the Memorial Institute, like Pyramid Head's place that we were on in the last video with the Plague, that map would be ideal. Something like that. You don't want like Cold Winds Farms where it's like open, cornfield and everything, and they're just going to be able to see you and mark you, and it's just going to be a done deal. So, and really, I think another reason why people don't really play Ghostface is because if they go up against a team of 4 stack that are communicating, that are in Discord, talking to each other, it's just really easy for them to say, hey, I saw him, he's over here, and just, kind of make his power meaningless and not really do anything. So, and then at that point he becomes weaker than the Trapper, which is saying something, because he's just an M1 killer and he has nothing going for him at all. Nothing. So we are going to get into the game here, see what map we get. Hopefully everyone brings the Scream Pie, which is the anniversary event offering. I highly recommend everybody play right now, because the event's going on, I believe, for at least another 10 days. And yeah, it's just a good way to get blood points right now, especially if you use the pies in the event playlist. We're not playing the event playlist right now because I just don't want to distract with what I'm trying to do here, which is trying to teach people how to play certain killers and stuff like that. We're just focusing on their power. So here we go. We're going to go into our crouch and stealth mode, and we are going to look for survivors. Not the worst map, not the best map. Kind of in the middle. Kind of like Michael Myers with the stock. It's exactly like that, actually. You just hold down the button, and usually at the beginning of the game they're going to the house on this map. As we can hear them, we're going to try to blow it up. Now, that's not the one that we needed to hit, but we're going to hit this because we have oppression, and that lets us know that they're over there as well. And maybe we'll just try to down her instead. Maybe that'll be what we should do. Twink! Got her. Now this will determine... Nope. Alright, we're not going up against a team of 4. Because she would have communicated to them that she needs to be helped out with the pout save. So they did just get that one done. I'm going to go over here and run around. She knew we were coming. She knew we were coming. Yeah, that's not a good pout for her. Not a lot of wiggle room for her to move around on. So you'll see throughout the game while he's not the best killer. His power is kind of, you know, picky choosy and all that. We're gonna hit her because she's in the way. Kind of juked her out there. She just screamed because of our hex totem. And down they go. And yep, we know you're here. Down she goes. She's got a flashlight. We'll focus on her. And we'll take her all the way over here. Her teammate is probably going to be able to pick up the person that way down, which was Nia, before her. So we'll see if we can get back there. Oh, we cannot get back there in time. This generator is almost done. Give that a kick. No other notifications. That one's regressing. They're not doing the one upstairs. See if they go back on this one here. They did. Okay, so now she's exposed. One hit will do it. And down she goes. God damn it. Yeah, I wanted... because I know she's going to try to save with flashlight. Yep, she tried it right there. So I wanted to angle it a certain way. So she couldn't do it, but by doing that, I vaulted over the window. It's not ideal. Get a little juice there. Okay. Lets us know where they are. So, yeah, I misspoke before. It actually does give you killer instinct, but it gives them killer instinct as well, too. Down she goes. She has bounce landing. Injury ski. Give it a kick for oppression. And down she goes, using the bad pallet. And they're popping gens still. They're a pretty good team, not gonna lie. Popping those gens. Yeah, like I said, not the best map for him. Not the best map. That should have hit. That was a bad server. Bad server issue. But yet that hits, right? It's funny. Right, same thing again. I mean, it's not like he's invisible when he uses, you know, his stock. They can see where he is. You know. But a lot of people on gens don't really, they don't really look behind them. So that becomes an issue. But when you're playing against people like this that are constantly using the right joystick to look at their surroundings and see where the killer is, his power kind of gets a little nullified there. And we see another person here. Kind of missed with their flashlight there. A little bit of RNG with the screen, because if it doesn't hit the person that's on a gen, then it won't regress, and there's not really anything we can do about that. And it only happens every 25 seconds, so that's a long time for someone to be working on a gen. Okay, she did scream, so that's good. And if they scream when Dead Man Switch is on cooldown, not really anything you can do about it. We can cry about it. That's about it. Yeah, so I think they're gonna get the last gen done here, and then it's just gonna be a GG. But I just wanted to kind of show you what you're supposed to do with them. We can try to hit this gen here, and with oppression, try to hit the ones over there. I'm not sure how well it's gonna work. Didn't work because they were on it and they completed the difficult skill check. Okay, we're gonna leave her. This person's trying to get on that gen. Nope. Oh, she has a little bolt there. And she's back on the gen. No, she's not. But yeah, the game was over. There's nothing I could do, because if I left this gen and go this one, they would just hop back on it. And you get my point. So it's not a team of 4. I would say it's a team of 3 at least. At least a team of 3. She thought she was Ghostface for a second there. She might be dead on hook. I did hook one of them twice. So I wonder if it's her. We'll see if this is a 1K or not. Okay, so we did get a 1K. And then they just 3 left, yeah. So, not a lot you can do in a situation like this, where they work together well as a team, but you can see why this killer is not really held too high on the totem pole. But at the same time, why no one would run a build like this, even though it's a good build, when the other people that you're going up against are running meta perks like Prove Thyself, Light, Deja Vu, Woe, Resilience, Hope, Balanced Landing, Finesse, Will Make. I mean, really, they they had high meta perks. 3 of them were using flashlights. Not a lot you can do. But nonetheless, GG. It was fun. Little funny moments happen in the game. And it's why people pretty much every single game, especially on YouTube, where you watch people and they have in their title, hey, come watch me, I'm on a 100-game win streak, I'm on a 200-game win streak. The reason why they're on a win streak is because they don't run builds like this. And they don't play killers like this. They're playing Nurse, they're playing Blight, they're playing Vecna. And they're using meta perks, which is boring because you're using the same build every game. When you have over 120 perks as a killer at your disposal, you're running Surge, you're running Pain Resonance, some other meta perks, you're running Bamboozle, you're running Coup de Grace, you're running Corrupt Intervention, you're running Friends Till the End, Eruption, Fire Up, so take it how you will, but Ghostface is still fun, and at lower MMR, he is a good killer, because people don't really know how to play against him, but the people that I just went up against do. They watch their back, they're aware. You're not going to be able to pull people off of generators at this MMR rating, but the next killer you're going to be going with is going to be another licensed killer, the Demogorgon from Stranger Things. See you then.